the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. Unwinding every moment. Like the clock is broken. Never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We set the roof on fire. We set the roof on fire.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Broncos are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Chargers, who will be testing that coverage. Set for the call of this Week 8 matchup, let's bring in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the San Diego Chargers and the Denver Broncos. They'll run with a second-year man. It's Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense has talent, and certainly Keenan Allen, he has a lot of talent.
And he plays so hard each and every week. He's a guy who demands the football.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Fielded at the 33. Penalty marker is down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now Simeon, nowhere to go here. He lost the football and taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They start the drive with Anderson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Simeon surveying the field. This is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Cody Latimer, 76 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Second down, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. They find some open field here. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Travis Benjamin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Handoff comes to Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, Anderson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Back to the mic.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They'll set up a throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
All right, here we go.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
They come out here in the eye. Both the run and pass still in play here on. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often...
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.